I feel like it's been forever since we've been down here. Some of you guys that have been watching the channel for a while, you guys are gonna know where I'm at. I'm in my garage. Some of you know what is actually the tripod is on right now. I have a 1992 Camaro that we are doing a cheap budget build Dale Earnhardt replica car. Now, the car is basically completely plasti dipped. The ground effects are painted gray. The front end of this car was smashed. So it's been a while since we did a video on this series, and it's, you know, labeled building a Dale Earnhardt replica car. So far, in completely repairing the wrecked front end and all the plasti dip, I'm still under $200, which is absolutely insane. The car does run, just not right now. In the last video, once we finally got the front end all back together, and it still needs tweaked out. I have not touched this car in months. The battery is dead. I did go out and I bought a new battery, but it's draining someplace and I'm not quite sure where. So you guys aren't going to hear any exhaust clips tonight. You guys aren't going to see it running or anything like that. That will come in upcoming videos. I still do not have decals on the car whatsoever. Looking at the car after sitting for literally all winter, which was prime time where I wanted to get everything done with this car. I wanted to potentially motor swap this. It has a 305 right now. I wanted to swap that out and put that into my 1988 Camaro, which was completely restored, not plasti dip, professionally painted. I actually put the first couple layers of paint on myself. I did that for my senior project, and that car is a V6, which kind of sucks, which is why it's going to get the 305 and the 700 R4 that is in this bad boy eventually. So as you guys can see, I mean, it looks like a mess, and I need to clean up my tools. I just stepped on a plastic dip cap. The front end is not mocked up completely. This needs to come back down. The hood needs to actually be kind of twisted a little bit this way. The front end is back together. This by no means is supposed to be a show car whatsoever. This car is literally going to get LT1 or LS swapped, so we can use it as a drag car. Is it going to stay plasti dip forever? Absolutely not. You can see the imperfections in the plasti dip. That's also a mixture of dust because it's been sitting in my garage for literally the past couple months. But I'm going to try to figure out what I want to do today. I do have, where are they at here? I have the JDM quick clips, like the quick release bumper clips. I'm debating if I want to put them on here or not, or I want to wait until after I get all this stuff done. But I might dig into the motor today just to see how everything sits. Now, honestly, I'm not quite sure how everything is with this right now. I mean, you guys can still see it's pretty much full interior in the front. Still got the door cards. That's actually going to go in my other car. But in the back, everything is pretty much cleared out. All the plastics is out. Basically, the only thing in the back is the carpet. But let's pop the hood and see what we got going on under here. Man, I feel like I should have had this thing done forever ago. That is the one ground effect that does need painted yet. If you guys remember right, the last video that we did, everything is plasti dipped on the car, at least 5 coats, I would say, with the exception of, it's kind of hard to see, this section right inside here at the door and the ground effects over there. But ultimately, I kind of want to put like 10 layers of plasti dip on here just because I am doing it with a rattle can. I'm not doing it with a sprayer. So one big thing that we did before, and it was a major pain in the ass, was getting these pieces off, because I did do that on my 1988, and I think the appearance of these being off looks so much cleaner than them being on. Now, it is kind of dark, and I do still have tape on the taillights, but you guys can kind of see where we're going with everything. The back end is probably the nicest end of the car right now, obviously because it wasn't wrecked. There is a little bit of rust up on the top over here. You can kind of see the imperfections where my finger is, but ultimately I can't wait to get this thing out in the sun, have it all together, and just kind of see where this project goes, because honestly I might take it to the drag strip with the 305 just to see what times it puts down. Probably going to run like a 17 or an 18-second quarter mile, but I think it'll still turn heads and be cool just to have this, once it's completely done, going down the track. Now, one thing that I was really worried about once we finally got the whole front end of the car back together was how this would look. Okay, so now you guys can kind of see it favors that right side so much. The hydraulics are good, but they kind of suck at the same time. But there's the 305. Lighting is going to suck, so I'm going to try to figure something out lighting-wise so you guys can see a little bit better, and we might start tearing a couple things apart. Now, like I said, when we bought this car was smashed, so honestly, I have no idea, like, what any of the fluids look like. That's washer fluid, basically dry. I mean, I haven't even really gotten a chance to dig into anything on the motor on this thing. The battery, you guys can see here, was 4 of 18. So I bought this last year and got the car started. Everything was kosher, and then it's draining somewhere, but I am not entirely sure where. I mean, I know, like, my 1988 Camaro, the back tailgate, like the back hatch, was notorious for just kind of like not closing, properly. So we ended up getting a drain on that car as well. So it's like, I have really bad luck with third gens and killing batteries. While I'm here. Oh, wow. I hope that focuses. Yeah, look at that. That is nasty. I don't even think that there's any coolant in this thing at all. So I'm not sure if we're going to even get into really anything in this video. I just really want to see what's wrong with the motor and everything going on here. I mean, like I said, you guys have seen this thing running and driving before, you know, pulling it in and out of the garage, you know, just take it outside and plasti dip, but there's no coolant, no windshield washer fluid. I have no idea how the oil is on this thing, so it's going to need a full oil change, new filter. Let's see what we're looking at. Ah! So I actually just had something pop up, so we are going to continue this video. Oh, man. So, let's get to talking. And I'm probably going to keep this kind of short and then just kind of throw some pictures and stuff like that in so you guys can kind of like see and understand my envisionment with this car. So I'm not going to bore you guys to death. Obviously, I had to run and I had to do something. And the lighting down in my basement, I really got to correct that problem. I really need to get some lighting down there that you guys can be able to see certain things. It was a lot easier when we didn't have a hood on the car, because the way that the light is in the garage is it's like, if this is the garage going this way, there's a light that's like 36 inches that goes with it, but it's like dead in the center. So like where the car is parked, because of being able to work in front, it just gets the roof. So it just, having the hood up, it just blocks everything. The intentions with this car, obviously only picking it up for $600 and having under $200 invested into it, is supposed to be a drag car. You know, basically it has the 305 in it now, but that's not what is going to be in the car eventually. Now, will I make passes with the 305? Probably, because I want to make it into a daily driver right now. Just because my work is a little bit further away now. I recently got kind of transferred further away from home, so I got like an hour drive. Now, the biggest thing with the Dalemaro is it's not going to look the best. It's really not. I don't expect it to be pretty. You know, it's definitely going to be like a 20, 30 footer. For those of you guys that understand that, you know exactly what I mean. But when I drive it an hour to work, instead of taking my Duramax and wasting Duramax fuel and putting more miles on the Duramax, I want to take my time and make sure everything is okay with this car. And that is an honest concern of mine, because obviously it's going to go down, it's going to get registered, and it's going to be inspected. I personally want to correct all the problems myself and self-diagnose everything and have everything prepped and ready to go, that it's just a matter of going down, getting stickers, boom, done. So I want to take my time. I want to be really thorough. I want to learn the 305. I really do. I want to learn everything about it. You know, this is my first time really working on a 305, even a Chevy small block in general. Just, I want to be able to tear it apart and take my time, learn along the way, and have it perfectly running. I don't want to cut corners on anything. So part of not wanting to cut corners was basically that motor, and what I do to it now while it's in the Dalemaro is what is going to go into the 1988 Camaro. So I want everything prepped and to be ready, everything to be 110% by the time that, you know, I go out and I drive it to and from work, and then we pull the motor, pull the trans, and throw it into the other car. I want to learn so much. I want to kind of self-teach myself on a lot of different things. I'm no mechanic, anything like that. You know, I want to learn. I'm very, you know, hands-on learning. So I want to make mistakes I want you guys to help while I'm in the process of everything and just learn. So I'm going to throw on some pictures of the car last summer while we were painting it, and you guys can kind of see the rear end. You guys know what Dale Earnhardt stickers look like. So just imagine the car with more plasti dip looking a lot better. You don't see like the streaking marks or anything like that. Just so you guys can kind of picture what it's going to look like. But all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I talked a lot in this video, which is not very common. So a lot of my videos are hands-on unless I'm doing like the sad truth video. A lot of my stuff you can learn from. I'm learning while I do it, and then I kind of express what I learned along the way. So there's going to be plenty of videos like this. I apologize that this video was a lot of me talking. There was a lot going on. I went down to the Dalemaro for the first time in a couple months, and I definitely should have looked into the coolant and everything before I ever even was, even simply pulling it in and out of the garage. I should have checked all that stuff, but now is the time to really critique everything and get back on track. So if this was your first time watching a video on my channel, I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Until next time, guys, enjoy the remaining pictures.